It's time for Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Now let's have some fun. Here is your host, Johnny Radio.
Yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. I got Jay Morgan Harder back at the Hizzy, and we are very, very busy as I'm out at Town Village Audubon Park, right there at the corner of Park and Cherry, hanging out with all my friends. I am sad to report Carolyn McDougal, she has passed. They laid her to rest in Memorial Park on Tuesday. She was the oldest living cheerleader in Memphis. She was the sweetest lady. She did the show with me last time. I'm going to miss her. Rest in peace, Carolyn McDougal. But we got a busy show today because we got Isaac Simpson at 11:30. We're going to talk all about that Grizz Nass. My goodness, last night I almost had a heart attack watching the Grizzlies. The clock didn't start with 19.7 seconds. I don't know if you were watching the game, Jay. It went into overtime.
Hometown clock operator.
Dude, I'm telling you, did you see it?
It's crazy. And Brevin and Pete lost their minds.
They did lose, and I love the fact that BK took off the headset and he went there and he went straight in. Pete Pranica was doing also his best, but he was still on the TV broadcast for Bally's.
Someone's got to talk.
And so he had to do a little talking, but they were like, the clock didn't stop. And I just thought it was amazing hearing Pete say, you got 3 officials on the court, and not one of them saw that the deadgum clock didn't start. This is unacceptable. And it was unacceptable. But the Grizzlies did get a very big win last night. It was very important to me because when the Grizzlies were down in the third quarter, you know how I love FanDuel, right?
Love FanDuel.
I love FanDuel. FanDuel does live odds. So in the third quarter, when the Grizzlies were trailing, I can't remember exactly how much they were down. It was like by 7, I think, 6 or 7. The line on the game was even money. Like it got to the Grizzlies to win the game, even money. It was like plus a half or whatever, plus 1. I got him at even money on the money line, and I kind of pounded that John inside, if you know what I'm saying.
You were sweating a little bit down the stretch of that basketball game.
Oh. No. They came back. The fourth quarter, the end of the fourth quarter, I was sweating. Started the overtime. Man, the Grizzlies score on first possession. Then they hit the big 3 from Dylan Brooks, by the way. I don't know if you know this, but Dylan's my hero, you know. I love Dylan the villain. I love you, Dylan. Hit a big three-pointer, which when he did shoot the shot, do you know what I said?
That ball's going in?
Nope.
That's not what you said?
I started screaming at the television, no, you idiot, no. And then I said, you're the best.
It's good you trust him, John. It's good you trust Dylan.
Nothing's ever going to let you down. Dylan Brooks hit that 3. It was a really big shot. And, it was pretty scary. The overtime was scary. But the Grizzlies did win 124-122 over San Antonio Spurs. And holy moly, that was a big win. Why? Because it was a big win because they play Friday. They have a tough game against the Timberwolves. It is at the Grindhouse. Early line on that ball game. Do you have any clue?
For the Tigers?
For the Grizzlies in Minnesota.
Oh, Grizzlies in Minnesota. I'm sorry. I got distracted for a moment. Evie Van Pelt responded to our tweet. She said how excited she was to come on the radio today. So I got a little bit sidetracked.
You got a little excited.
I did. I love Evie. So I got a little distracted. I'll get you a line for that game right now, though. Oh, it doesn't look like one is posted, John.
I was going to say I can't find it anywhere. I've been looking at it because I was, Anyway, the point is.
Because we're degenerates.
By the way, Jay. By the way, though, I got to also I'm giving credit to the Grizzlies. I got to give a lot of credit to you. You might be a pick machine. Your Nuggets first half didn't hit, by the way.
But I told you not to take it, John. As we were in the parking lot, we were going. I said, don't take it.
And guess what?
What?
I didn't take it. I did not take it.
Smart man.
The Rockets and Raptors got there.
It barely got there, man. Talk about a sweat.
Half a point.
I had 223, so I had a little more.
Oh, see, when I put it in yesterday on the FanDuel, I had it at 224.5. I got it by half a point.
Sweating.
I was sweating. Like, I got 2 wins last night that almost gave me, they aged me. My hair is gray, as you would not believe. The streak in the middle, man, I'm telling you.
Well,
I'm great. My beard's completely gray.
The one that you should have taken, John, and this is the first one I gave you when you were like, what's your best
bet? Against
Louisville? And I said, Bellarmine at plus 8.5 against Louisville. I think they might win the game outright.
Heads up.
And they won it. How about that?
Yep. I was about to give you a little love and float your boat on that one. I still couldn't believe it. In fact, I got a text from somebody last night. I can't remember who texted me. But it was how the bleep does Jay know Bellarmine or whatever is going to beat Louisville?
Former
and
Division
he says,
II
WTF.
program. Former Division
He's
II
like, what is
program.
this guy? Yeah, dude. Like, he's like, I never even heard of this school, man. He was very impressed.
Well, you know what, John?
I was
I had
very
never
impressed.
heard of the school either until yesterday, but I had heard of
But
Louisville.
you knew Louisville was trash.
That's right. I had seen Louisville play. They played terrible. They lost to a D2 team, then they almost lost to Chaminade. I had a feeling that one was going to get ugly.
Yeah, and it did get ugly. It got ugly fast as you could believe. I don't know. It was. By the way, you know what else was ugly last night? Did you see the Mavericks in the second half?
Yeah, I'm telling you what, man. The fact that the Magic run, John, 41% of their defensive possessions, they run a 3-2 zone in 2022 in the National Basketball Association, and they held the Mavericks to 87 points last night. Never seen anything like that.
They scored 13 points in the entire fourth quarter.
Unbelievable.
They scored 13 points in the entire fourth quarter. I was absolutely in shock. The other thing that kind of like took me for a back last night, the Nets really came out and fought for their new coach, Jock Vaughn, didn't they?
They really did, and not even it wasn't
Holy
even
cow.
it wasn't even like 50 from KD. He only had like 20 something.
29. He had 29.
Everyone stepped up. I mean, you got other guys with 20, other guys with 19. I mean, people are stepping up on the team. Big night for the Nets.
It was a huge night for the Nets, the Bucks. But the weird game though last night. Can I make fun of the Lakers some more?
Yeah, please do, John.
I don't know if I actually, because I have that new NBA package.
That's right. Yeah, you bought the NBA package.
Yeah, I bought the NBA package. Wink, wink.
That's right.
So I get all the games, and I just wanted to see. And I was watching the first quarter of the Lakers-Clippers game. Clippers came out in the first quarter and scored 38 points. Paul George was on fire. They were hitting everything. The Lakers, it was 38-21 after the first quarter. The second quarter, and I pounded the Clippers, by the way, last night. So I had the Clippers, and let me tell you a little something. When they were up by 17 points after the first quarter, I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Counting your money.
Yeah. Counting my money. Second quarter, Lakers outscored them 31-16.
Smacked them.
Outscored them by 15. We're down. It was 54-52 at the halftime. And I'm like going, what's going on? The Lakers are the worst team I've ever seen. I mean, they just are trash. They are horrible. Russell Westbrook is bad. Anthony Davis, he can do a little dunk on an alley-oop from Russell Westbrook. LeBron James started off the game, I think, 6 for 6. He looked great.
Yeah, 30.
LeBron James. Yeah, he had 30. He's LeBron James, but nobody else on that team's any good. And then I decided to double pound the Clippers with the halftime line. So I felt pretty good. Watched the third quarter. They outscored them by 10. And then I got the nice cover, 114-101. The Lakers are really bad. But I will also say, there are stretches where that Clippers team looks like the ugliest offensive basketball team, almost as the Lakers. Like, they can get just straight up ugly on the offensive side, and it's almost offensive, if you know what I mean.
Well, they just got a lot of hoopers, it seems like. The guys come, like Terrence Mann the other night, he was making shots, but it really is just him, whether or not he's making shots or not. Last night, I think Norman Powell hit a lot of shots, but I'll tell you
Norman Powell is making me extremely nervous, though, a few times, man.
Like Dylan Brooks level nervous?
Yes, dude. He just had there wasn't any movement of the basketball. It was dribble. It was
That's right.
isolation basketball. It was not fun to watch. It was definitely not pretty. And again, I just want to ask you this. Does anybody take off more time than Kawhi Leonard?
No, yeah, John.
That's not a federal employee.
I got to push back. Okay, so Kawhi Leonard, I think, is just hurt. Like, he's never going to play again. Like, ever since he left San Antonio, that year they won it with the Raptors, he's playing on one leg. He was playing on one leg. He won a championship, and he left it all on the court that year to the detriment of the rest of his career. I don't think he's ever going to play again. But credit Paul George, though, for he scored like 30. He scored 29 last night. He scored like 30 the last 3 games before that, 30+. He's really stepping up for this team and getting them back over 500 after a tough start. So shout out Paul George, stepping up for his buddy Kawhi.
And by the way, Paul George kept taking Pat Bev to the exact same spot. I don't know if you saw that when they went on that streak where it was, I think it was like a 16-0 run by the Lakers in the second quarter.
Daring him to guard him, though, John.
Daring him, yeah. And then Paul George just kept going to that same little spot, a little mid-range game right there. And he just was just shooting BBs. You know what I'm saying? He was throwing darts, and they were bullseyes every time. It was pretty nasty. You know what else is nasty, like sick and disgusting?
Tell me about it.
Can't believe I'm going to tell you this. Memphis football.
Big game tonight, John. 6.5-point
Man,
favorites.
I don't know how you can say ever again when if you're with real breath and believe that you're saying it. There's no big games at the University of Memphis. The football team is all the way back to the Larry Porter days.
Wow.
Did you hear about their schedule next year?
Oh, I saw Evan Barnes tweeted it, but I didn't click on the picture and see it. Tell me about what their schedule is.
Dude, it is, put it this way, you couldn't pay me, and I do get paid to go to those games, and I still ain't going to those games. This is just like the Larry Porter days all over again. Their schedule is straight up trash. The program is falling on bad times. I feel bad for people like Gabe Kuhn. I feel bad for people like Marquise Bolin, a bunch of friends that I got that, played football at the University of Memphis. They got things rolling again with Fuente and Norvell. Things were just going extremely well, and now they're not. In fact, now they're really, really bad.
Well, John, they could get bowl eligible.
They are a 7-point favorite,
which is a weird line, honestly. It started at 6.5. It's gone up to 7. Memphis, even in wins, they've played a ton of close games, and Tulsa, even in losses, has played a ton of close games. They covered against Cincinnati.
Oh, if they get the onside kick, they win the game. Well, they didn't get the onside kick. They've made too many stupid decisions. I'm sorry. Right now, I'm just so disappointed. And you know what it's going to look like on television tonight?
An empty stadium?
It's going to look horrible.
Well, John, I'll be there. I'll be at the game. I'll have my pom-pom ready to go cheering on those Tigers tonight. How about that?
Man, I mean, well,
it's the first Tiger football game I've been to all year, and I picked the Tulsa game. I love a good weekday football. John,
to Tulsa.
I'm Mr. Weekday Football. I love weekday football.
Do you know who sings Last Trip to Tulsa?
Who?
Neil Young.
Love Neil Young. Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. Big fan. Big fan of those guys.
Now, can I make fun of one thing again?
Please
you want to hear this amazing football schedule that Memphis has for 2023?
Let's hear it.
Bethune-Cookman, September 2nd.
HBCU.
Fire. Hey, guess what? We also got Arkansas State, September 9th.
Oh, John, that's a rivalry game at this point.
It's going to be a rivalry game going forward. You got Missouri in St. Louis, Boise State, SMU, Tulane, South Florida, Navy, North Texas, UAB, Charlotte, and Temple. Wow. Are you ready to go get your season tickets next year?
Well, John, I'm ready to go to a bowl game. How about that? I mean, look, the American is getting more and more competitive.
If they don't win tonight, they aren't going to a bowl game. You know that, right?
That's right. That's why it's a big game.
They're not going to beat SMU on the road.
That's why it's a big game tonight.
Let's just be real.
And Tulsa is mathematically eliminated if they don't win tonight.
They win. They get 6 wins the last game of the year against North Alabama, correct?
How about that?
That 6th win.
How about that?
So what bowl do they go to? The Toilet Bowl?
Oh, John, maybe the Idaho Potato Bowl could go to the Hawaii Bowl. I mean, I hearken back to it, Jay. I'm glad you brought this up. I decided this officially this morning. I'm anti-college football playoff. Get rid of this tournament. I miss the days, John, where we decide the national champion. A crotchety old sports writer in Oklahoma tells me who the national champion is Monday after all the bowl games are played. I miss when all the bowl executives and the committee members put on their oversized sport coats. They go to a city, they get wined and dined by athletic departments trying to make a case for you to go to the Nokia Sugar Bowl. I mean, John, don't you miss the days where the bowls meant so much?
No.
You don't miss those days. You don't.
No,
miss
I mean,
those days.
I lived them. They were
I know, me
years.
too. I loved them. They were
but I like new experiences. I'm looking forward to this 12-team playoff.
No, boo.
I want to see how things work out. I want to see how things go.
Less
well,
teams,
I mean, right
John.
now, there's a chance that I can go watch Ole Miss and my daughter could go play in a playoff game with Lane Kiffin the way the Ole Miss Rebels are playing. I mean, come on now.
But John, they could be national.
That's something that's exciting to me.
But John, every week is a playoff game when you don't have a real playoff. You know, like Alabama, Tennessee, playoff game. Ole Miss, LSU, that was a playoff game. Oh, Tennessee, Georgia, that was a playoff game. How about that? I mean, you really diminish these games. I'm Mr. Bowl Game. I want to see all the old men that are head of the committees for all these bowl games with their perpetual whiskey noses and they got their big cups with ice that they shake and you can hear all the ice cubes in them, John. And they say, well, we really like what you're doing down here at Louisiana State. We'd like you to maybe be our representative in the Orange Bowl this year. Things like that, John, harkens back to a time. I miss it.
I don't know if you really miss it. You're not old enough to really miss it.
No, that's what I'm saying. I was so young. I wanted those days back again. Before I knew it, the BCS was here. Now we got this old playoff made-for-TV bullcrap playoff committee. Please, making Tennessee. I mean, John, I want to see the old school bowl games. I want to decide. I want the Associated Press to decide my national champion on Monday. I want to argue about who the champion of college football is. How about that?
And by the way, I also wanted to say happy birthday to the. Do you know whose birthday it is?
My cousin Lily.
The Marine Corps, brother.
Oh,
is it
hoorah!
really your cousin Lily?
My cousin Lily. She's not in the Marines.
But my question is is it really her birthday?
It's really her birthday. It's also my best internet friend. I only know him as E. It's his birthday too, John.
Sorry, I wasn't listening to you.
That's fine. It was a really good quote, honestly, and I really would make you pause, but don't worry about it, John. It's neither here nor there.
I apologize. I just wanted to say happy birthday to the U.S. Marine Corps. Do you know how old the Corps is?
How old, John?
Take a guess, dude.
250 years old.
Close, 247 years.
How about that?
Today is their birthday. They're 247 years old, man.
Hoorah!
So, hoorah! Thank you very much. By the way, speaking of hoorah, I'm out at Town Village. Do you want to come out here and see me and get some great barbecue, maybe win some tickets to the U of M North Alabama game where they're going to become bowl eligible because they're going to win tonight? We have golf passes, Malco tickets to see the movies, Neil's, where the fat man rocks. Come on out here to Town Village, Audubon Park, 950 Cherry Road, right at the corner of Park and Cherry. If you have never been out here, it's pretty awesome. If you're a senior out there and you're thinking about new housing, Town Village at Audubon Park offers so much more than just senior housing. They provide an exceptional senior living lifestyle with friendships, engaging opportunities, exceptional attention to detail, from an all-day dining to life-enriching activities. They offer a wealth of just love, and they're thoughtful. They do everything. They have all kinds of amenities. It's beautiful. You will absolutely love it. They got a dog park, gated parking, all kinds of recreational, religious, social activities, wellness activities. They have it all out here. And tomorrow, Town Village Audubon Park is inviting you to their Freedom Cookout. It is 11/11/22, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's Happy Veterans Day. They're going to grill out some food, have some drinks. They're going to be out on their patio getting a little bit of that sun. You know what I'm saying? Check them out at townvillageaudubonpark.com. Give them a call at 901-374-7342. Again, talk with Bo. Find out if you're ready to find out what living life in senior living is. Town Village Audubon Park. Guess what, Jay?
What, John?
I'm in the box.
Oh, John, you know what this
surfing music.
Well, it's actually NFL Films music, and you know what this music means, John.
We have an NFL football game today.
It means it's Thursday night football on Prime Video, but if you don't like Prime Video, like Brett Norsworthy, he listens to all the games, John, where? On Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. So exactly. So it's where all the places you can catch the game tonight. Tonight, it's an NFC South showdown. Tied for first in the division, the Atlanta Falcons at 4-5, 1-3 on the road. Big stat right there. They're 2.5-point favorites, going to Carolina to play the Panthers, led by interim coach Steve Wilkes tonight, John. Who do you like in this game? Are you going to bet this game? I've got my own little inkling on who I like, but I want to hear your opinion.
I got a great opinion on this game. I am looking at the Falcons going on the road and doing what the Falcons do the best. And you know what that is?
What's that?
Beat the brakes off of bad teams. I'm telling you right now, the Falcons are going to win the NFC South. It's the worst division in football. It is worse than the AFC South. It by far, in my opinion. Carolina is trash. New Orleans doesn't have a quarterback. They can't win. Tampa Bay is just stupid bad. There's not a team in the NFC South that's got above 500. Falcons are 4-5. They're going to be 5-5 after today. They go on the road. They get the big dub because they can run the football. Marcus Mariota is your guy. He can play. P.J. Walker, after that great, huge 70-yard bomb he threw for a touchdown, tied it up. They did lose in overtime.
Against the Falcons?
Talk about No, but listen to this. This is what's even more important. Did you know P.J. Walker, by the way, last week had 3 completions for 20 yards in the first half?
Yeah, it was a disappointing game, John.
It was a bad game. I would say it was a
tough
really
week.
bad game. And it wasn't like they were playing a defensive juggernaut. They were playing the Bengals. Now, the Bengals dropped 42 on their face. Carolina did score in the second half. They scored 14 points in the fourth quarter, but that's when they started taking fans out of the stands and putting Bengals uniforms out of them and having them go out there and run a play on defense.
Oh, it was just fans?
That's the only way.
It was just fans on defense.
Fans. It was fans that wanted to go up against an NFL team. They were pulling people out of the stands. That's the only reason the Panthers scored 14 points in the fourth quarter. They scored very late in the third quarter as well, but third and fourth quarter, when the chips are down, it was 42-0. You know that, right?
That's right. But the Bengals are a juggernaut, John, and this game is in Carolina.
Offensively, yes.
Short week
offensively,
in Carolina. I mean, I don't know, John.
Yeah, because I can tell you that football team just feels really confident about themselves.
They might. They just played the Falcons close. It could be a big – so do you think this is a
37-34 overtime, and it was all DJ Moore's fault because he took his helmet off.
So they would have won the game. How about that?
They would have, but they didn't. And it was Marcus Mariota's birthday that day, by the way, if you don't remember.
Wow,
that,
birthday factor. I think
the Falcons have figured something out. I hope they have, because I think the Falcons go into Carolina, and I think they beat them up. They beat them up. Yum, beat them up. Man, the Falcons had their hearts ripped out.
They did, John. Hungrier dog. Who's the hungrier dog? The Falcons or the Carolina Panthers
Falcons,
this week?
Because they actually can win the division. Arthur Smith is going to have these boys ready to play. I can't wait for this game. One
more, John, before we go to break here. We just talked about this game a little bit. Tulsa at Memphis tonight. Love a good weekday football game. Memphis 7-point favorites. Memphis and Tulsa both played a lot of close games this year, John. Is 7 points way too many in this one?
Yeah, it's Memphis football. And by the way, Tulsa has one of the better pass defenses in the football. The one thing Tulsa can't do is defend the run. Problem is, Tigers can't run the football. So we're going to see, basically, I think. I just think it's going to be an ugly football game.
This is 62-point over-under on this game, too. That's a lot of points, John.
Yeah, it is a lot of points. I know for a fact I'm not touching this game.
Staying away.
I won't touch it. I won't look at it. I'm not going to think about it. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do it.
But
the Tigers better get a win, because I don't feel like talking about the Tiger football program all day tomorrow. You know what I mean? Not that I will.
Well, unless they win big.
If they go out there and beat the brakes off of them, then sure. Deal. But now it is time to talk with Isaac Simpson on the other side. The Grizzlies got a big win last night on the road in San Antonio in overtime. They play Friday against the Timberwolves. T-Wolves! By the way, didn't the T-Wolves get a big win last night?
They did, I believe.
If I remember correctly.
I think they did,
I think
John.
they beat the brakes off of somebody. Man,
did they lose? No, or did they lose
terribly?
No,
they got the brains beat up by the Suns. They played the Suns,
That's
didn't they?
right. Yeah,
they got beat up by the Suns.
Yeah, 129-117. That's right. They lost by 10 points in the fourth quarter.
Not very good. So Grizzlies should beat the brakes off of them. We're going to talk about Grizzlies. We're going to talk about the Tigers game with Tulsa tonight with Isaac Simpson on the other side. I'm out at Town Village Audubon Park at the corner of Park and Cherry. Come get some Q. Win some tickets to the Memphis, Alabama game, North Alabama game, that is. We got Golf, Malco, and Niels where the Fat Man rocks. And we're also going to talk at noon with Evie Van Pelt because it is Ole Miss Alabama week. We're out here at Town Village Audubon Park, Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
I'm Brian Elder. Depending on how long you've been around, you've likely known my name for 30 years. Perhaps for my 20 years as the morning show on Kix 106 as the Young and Elder Show, or my 15 years at Brian Elder Roofing. So obviously, my reputation means everything to me. One terrible customer experience could tarnish a third of a century of goodwill. My reputation for quality and strong relationships is our main focus. We're the highest certification, a platinum preferred contractor with Owens Corning. If you have a business or a commercial building, we're the highest certification for warranties with GAF and Mulehide products. We don't come at you in sales mode. If you got a problem, sometimes the solution is just to fix the problem. Call me right now. I'll come out and see you today. 867-0303 or BrianElderRoofing.com.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Scott Graham here from Thursday Night Football on Westwood One. Week 10 of the NFL season kicks off in Charlotte with NFC South action between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. Marcus Mariota and the Falcons need a win to keep a share of the division lead. Join me, along with Ian Eagle and Hall of Famer Tony Baselli, for the Falcons at the Panthers. on Thursday Night Football.
Right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Football season is underway, so now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back. If your first bet doesn't win, just sign up with the promo code WIN. FanDuel has all your favorite bets from the money line to point spreads to player props. So sign up today with promo code WIN for your no-sweat first bet. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
Must be present in state where lawful to wager. 21 plus in select states. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. Arizona 1-800-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. Connecticut 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Indiana, Kansas 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com. Louisiana 1-877-770-STOP. New York 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789. Wyoming, West Virginia 1-800-522-4700 or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net.
Hi, this is Greg Gaston for QC Kinetics. Remember the guy for the Hair Club of Men who would say, I'm not just the president, but I'm a client. Well, I'm not just a spokesman, but I'm a client of QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in exciting new pain treatments with advanced regenerative medicine. It's a remedy for all the joint pain you're dealing with in the hips, shoulder, elbows, wherever it may be, pain from injury or arthritis. QC Kinetics uses regenerative treatments that can restore and repair damaged tissue and do so without surgery, drugs, or downtime. And in my business, I can't afford downtime. QC Kinetics is also an alternative way for those dealing with pain caused by injury like a torn meniscus or rotator cuff injury, which is what I'm dealing with. So don't keep living with that pain. Do what I'm doing, getting relief from QC Kinetics. Call for a free consultation today. 901-445-1010. That's 901-445-1010. 901-445-1010.
Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company, we have it all. From handmade Amish leather belts, fine and casual clothing, boots, casual boots, work boots, fancy boots, and even safety-toed boots. Lots of cowboy hats to choose from, even Nebo lights, Orco hard coolers, good-looking duck head dress shirts, duck head caps, shorts, and pants. Tons of jeans from Ariat, Wrangler, Devil Dog, and Kimes Ranch jeans. At Hewlett & Dunn, we have a great selection of Old South t-shirts and caps. Fine clothing from dress to casual to Sunday best. Enjoy choosing from UFO's orthopedic-approved shoes. Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company. Boots of every size, every color, every skin. Great quality Western, work, and safety toe boots. Hewlett & Dunn Boots and Clothing Company. 111 North Center Street, Collierville. Hewlett & Dunn. Hewlett & Dunn, serving you and your family since 1961.
DeSoto Auto Sales specializes in late model cars with low mileage. They have the highest standards in the car industry. All of their cars are test-driven, checked out from head to toe. Unlimited inventory, every make and model. And if it's not on the lot, they'll find it for you. Walk in the door of DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Within 45 minutes, you can test your car, get credit approval, and finish paperwork within an hour. No shortcuts at DeSoto Auto Sales. Kind, courteous employees, a down-home environment. DeSoto Auto Sales cares about your time. Lowest prices in a 350-mile radius. We're living in a world today where time does matter. Visit them online. Check out their referrals. DeSotoAutosales.com. Very proud to serve DeSoto County and other surrounding areas. DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Call 662-890-7184. 662-890-7184. Come on down to DeSoto Auto Sales.
All the wisdom of the universe is in these bones.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder's back at the house. I'm out here at Town Village Audubon Park, man. Corner of Park and Cherry. I'm hanging out with my peeps, man. In Town Village, by the way, Audubon Park, they offer so much more than just senior housing. Again, they provide exceptional senior living lifestyle with friendships, engaging opportunities, exception attention to detail. They're going to take care of you all day long, all day strong. all the time, 24/7, 365. They've got all kinds of stuff. They have bi-weekly housekeeping, 24-hour mobile emergency call system, healthcare on site, on live, right here, bing, bang, boom, holistic activities, wellness programs. They just promote a vibrant community. You need to check out Town Village Audubon Park. And it's time to talk with my good buddy, Isaac Simpson. Grizzlies got a big win. Tigers got a big game. A lot of stuff going on. We've had a Tiger basketball game as well. They play Tuesday, St. Louis. It's going to be a tough, tough road. But it is Isaac Simpson who joins me at 11:30. What's up, Isaac?
Man, I'm good. How are you, John?
Man, I'm blessed. I'm never felt so young and vibrant as I do today. Telling you. Looking beautiful, feeling good. And I'm also with a lot of people around here that are just so kind out here at Town Village. And I'm telling you one thing. They're going to have to, like, if they don't have an age limit, I'm moving in. These are my peeps, man. But I got to ask you, man, I'm going to start off with the Grizzlies last night. They had a tough loss on Monday against the Celtics. That was they fought to the end. They didn't have Aquaman, a few pieces down, but they went out there and they fought all the way to the end. I thought the jaw steal, I didn't think it was a foul, but of course I'm looking through jaded glasses. But last night, man, I got freaked out. Did you see the last 19.7 seconds of that game in overtime?
Yeah, man, that was insanity. If the Grizzlies had lost that game, man, I would have. I don't even know, man. I would have lost it because that's just malpractice. I mean, how do you
horrible.
have 3 referees on the floor and can't see that the clock didn't start, and just keep going, never stop play? I don't. 2 possessions, I don't understand how that happens. But yeah, man, luckily they end up winning that thing, man, because that would have been rough. I had already put my tweet out calling the game, man. It got a little scary there, man. That shot at the end looked pretty good, man. I was holding
that
my breath, man.
three-pointer when it left his hand,
yeah,
I fell
on
the
good,
ground
man.
and I almost started crying because I
it
double
looked good,
pounded the game. Whew, it looked good. It scared me. But you know what? Today, by the way, I got a weird thing, and the reason I'm bringing this up is because it just popped across my phone, and also because tomorrow's Veterans Day. But did you know the Marines, how old they are today?
How old are they?
247 years old. Still getting work done. And you want to know something else crazy? There was a Mississippi man wanted in a connection with, some murder action, and guess who just took him into custody? A couple Marines up here. A couple Marines got him and found him, man, and they called the police. And I'm sure that he's probably not looking too good if a few Marines found him. Again, happy birthday to the Marines.
Yeah.
Marines still doing good 247 years later, baby, even in Memphis. But talking about the Grizzlies and everything, they got a game against the T-Wolves this Friday. They're looking good. Everything seems to be going well. Ja's doing Ja things. Desmond Bane's playing insane, man. But health, how are they going to be when it comes in going into the Minnesota Timberwolves games on Friday? We're going to have Steven Adams back?
Yeah, I mean, Steven Adams, he played last night as well.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Hopefully, yeah, so he should.
Dang, and I watched that whole game, man. I'm not even thinking.
Yeah, he had a big game last night. 7 points and 19 rebounds in that game. He's been phenomenal as of late. They definitely missed him in that Boston game. I think if you have Steven Adams in that game, I think you go on to win. And for them to only lose that game by one possession, I think not having your front court, and that's the number 1 offensive team in the NBA right now. The Boston Celtics, and able to do what you were able to do without having your starting front court that was remarkable. I didn't have anything to hang their head about in that one. I think that was actually impressive for them to be able to hang in that game like that. But yeah, man, Minnesota coming in here tomorrow night, man. We know how that series was in the first round last year, man. Just a super physical series. I think that's kind of, if you name a rival for the Grizzlies, I think the Timberwolves might be it. So they're struggling a little bit. A return of Kyle Anderson. Lobo's going to be back in the house at FedEx Forum, so that should be fun. But I'm excited about this matchup, and I think the Grizzlies can beat up on them a little bit, man. They're struggling, man. Just stick a fork at them tomorrow night, man, because that was kind of a heated series, man. The fan bases went back and forth on social media and stuff during that series last year, so it's going to be fun, man. A nationally televised ESPN game, late start, 8:30 tip at FedEx Forum, but it's going to be a lot of fun, man. I'm looking forward to that one.
In fact, the Timberwolves are playing so bad, they lost to the Spurs the 30th of October. In November, the only team they beat was the Rockets. They've lost 4 games, so they've won 1 of their last 5 games. Saying that they're struggling is kind of an understatement. It's a late tip, 8:30 p.m., but the game is on ESPN national broadcast. So, and by the way, Friday, man, who cares about staying up late? You know what I mean? We don't work on Saturdays.
Yeah, man. With the T-Wolves, man, they have some internal stuff going on, man. That trade for Rudy Gobert, I think, is, in hindsight, I think it was a big mistake. I mean, they gave up a lot with 5 first-round picks, gave up a lot of their depth. And I think
Would they think they were going to be the Twin Towers of new?
Yeah, I mean, and that's just not the way of the NBA. And to say maybe 10, 12 years ago, that would have been a nice little pairing there. But I just don't think it worked in today's NBA. And you got Karl Anthony Towns calling out Anthony Edwards about his eating habits, and they definitely got some internal stuff going on there. So I think, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of talent on that team, but the question is, does it fit? I mean, I think Karl Anthony Towns is super soft.
Is he the worst leader for a superstar that you've seen in a long time? Because every time I hear Big Cat talk, I'm embarrassed. Every time he tries to play a tough guy, I mean, he's just not a leader of men.
No, not at all. I mean, he's just trauma and soft. That's what I always says. And every time he opens his mouth, he says something not smart. I mean, something that he shouldn't say. Is just there's a weird dynamic there, man. I kind of feel sorry for Anthony Edwards because I just feel like kind of how they structure their offense. They haven't built the right team around him. He's the guy that they should be really building around, and it's not this iteration that they have right now is just not working for him. He's not in the spots that he needs to be in. It's just kind of a mess. And now they've kind of put themselves in a situation, and with that trade they made, and they're double and triple down on what they're doing, and I just don't think it's the right mix.
I don't think it's the right mix either. They did want to say, though, because, the Southwest Division, Memphis is right now in the lead, 8-4. Behind them is Dallas, who's, 6-4. Did you see the collapse that they had in the fourth quarter last night?
I did. And that game was followed by Bandero and Cole Anthony didn't even play in that game, and they go down to Orlando Magic. It looks like they lose to everybody except Memphis. They turn into this super team when they play against Memphis, and then they'll lose games to bad teams. For some reason, Memphis just can't figure them out. I think we'll have a better showing against them. I think they play them 3 times in March. I think a back-to-back. They play them here, then play them there, and then like a week later they play them again. So I think we'll be better equipped to play them once everybody's healthy. But that's been a tough matchup for the Grizzlies. But it just seems like they play really well against the Grizzlies, and they're kind of so-so against everybody else. That's a team that coming into the season, I kind of felt like, they were in the Western Conference Finals last year. I kind of felt like that's a team that's going to kind of fall back in the standings. I think losing Jalen Brunson was big for them. Having another ball handler outside of Luka, and I think that's showing this season. I think they're going to miss him a lot more than I think they probably thought when they let him go.
Do you think Brunson's going to work out in New York?
And that's the thing. For me, I don't feel like that was what New York should have done because I don't feel like the amount of money that they paid him, he's not the guy that's going to put you over the top. I think New York is pretty much going to be pretty much the same thing they were last year. And you go out and pay that kind of money to Brunson, which, I mean, he's a good player. I like him as a player. I just don't think for the Knicks, I don't think it made a lot of sense for them to go out and get him because I don't think it's going to, have 1, 2, 3 more wins at the end of the season. I just don't think it made a lot of sense for them to kind of spend that type of money on him. I think they should have waited until things were better and they could have made a better decision. I think they just want to use the money like New York, like they always do. Want to bring in a guy, they miss out on top guys. And
it's like the money, it's burning
a
hole in their pocket. It's like the money's burning a hole in their pocket, and they just got to go spend it on some shiny piece that's not in New York. I don't know. They just don't seem to get things done. I would like to make fun of the Lakers, but I don't have enough time because, man, they looked bad again last night. But I do need to make a little bit of a UE, turn around, talk a little bit of football. What's going on right here in the Mid-South down at Tigers play Tulsa. Last trip to Tulsa, they need a win so bad. They got SMU and North Alabama left. They got to get 2 wins to get to bowl eligibility. So winning tonight is a big one because I don't know if they can go on the road and beat SMU the way that they're playing. Do they get the job done, and do they cover the 7, which I thought was a pretty interesting and large line?
Man, I think they have to. This is, as you said, pretty much a must-win because if you don't win this one, you think they're going to beat North Alabama. But you look at that situation, in order to get bowl eligible, you got to go on the road and beat Santa Mordecai and SMU, which is not going to be an easy task at all. So I think this is one that they got to get. I think if you lose this one, I think you probably might be looking at a 5-7 season, which is just an absolute disaster. Even at 6-6, just going to a bowl, that's not going to make too many people excited around here because, I mean, the expectations and the bar has been raised. And last couple of years, man, they haven't met that bar.
If they don't win, is Silverfield as good as gone?
It's a tough situation. the situation they're in, I think, and I'm a big Silverfield fan. Like, I wanted him to get the job. I kind of hate this for him because really good guy. There's no doubt about that.
Super nice guy. Great human
being.
But
at the end of the day, man, it's a bottom line business, man. You got to win. Got to win football games, and he just hasn't been doing it. And even outside of that, just the brand has taken a hit. Like they were doing under Norvell, and this was a national brand. I mean, there were national TV games.
Dude, look at the National Football League. Like, just look at the National Football League. I mean, you like Tony Pollard running in Dallas. You got my man Darrell Henderson running out there for the Rams. You got Antonio Gibson playing with Washington. You got Kenneth Gainwell up in Philadelphia. You got NFL backs all over the place, but this team can't run the football to save their life. That's one of the bigger problems. But I don't understand, though, is how is it that Ryan Silverfield had these great recruiting classes, but yet I don't see the product that's out on the field. I mean, they were historically good recruiting classes for the University of Memphis the last couple of years, and it's not panning out on the field.
Yeah, I mean, they've had the best two classes in program history the last couple of years, and the development just doesn't seem to be there. I mean, there's been a lot of turnover on the staff as well. Seems like they're turning over coaches every year, so they're turning the coaching staff. And the development, just guys just haven't developed. When under Norvell, it just seemed like no matter who you brought in, every time some guys left, there would be a couple more guys that would emerge that next year as kind of these star players. They just haven't really had that. I mean, it's just kind of a pedestrian-type team. It's not really exciting to watch. And that's one thing that was big for this program. It was so fun to watch. I mean, going up and down the field, these big explosive plays, putting up a lot of points. When you had Darrell Henderson, I mean, every time he handed off to him, you thinking he could go 60, 70 yards, and they just don't have that right now. And it's just a bad spot because the landscape of college football, they really needed to have that arrow pointing up right now, and it's not. I mean, it's kind of scary to think about where this program could be and how they bounce back from this because, honestly, it might be too late as far as conference realignment and stuff like that. I mean, you might be in a situation now where you just are where you are, and this conference starting next year, man, is not where you want to be, man. It's just a tough situation.
Have you seen their football schedule for next year?
I have, unfortunately. I have seen
Bethune-Cookman, Arkansas State.
Yeah, man.
I mean, Boise State, SMU, Tulane, South Florida, Navy, North Texas, UAB, Charlotte, Temple. That is some depressing, unexciting football. I mean, you can go 45 minutes south to Oxford, bing, bang, boom. You could watch Alabama and Ole Miss like they're playing this week. You can see SEC football. You can go down to Stark Vegas. You can head over to Knoxville. I mean, we're in an area, or Fayetteville to Arkansas. We're in that, area where there's a lot of good football being played. Problem is, it's just not being played in Memphis right now, which is just a sad situation. Got to ask you about the basketball team real quick. Big win on the road against Vanderbilt. What'd you think about Penny? Golly, got off to a quick start, finished the game off, but they got a tough one against the Billikens. How do you think the Tigers look going forward?
Yeah, man, I think that win against Vanderbilt was impressive. I know Vanderbilt, picked 11 in the SEC, but it's still an SEC road game. You had a lot of new faces and things that you were kind of working through on this team, and they kind of struggled in the exhibition against CBU, so you weren't really sure how they were going to come out and play. And I thought that's a quality win because a lot of people talked about that. On opening night, you had a lot of these bigger schools just playing cupcakes, and even though Vanderbilt's not a great team, it's still a SEC road win. And you went up there and pretty much controlled the game, even though it got a little bit close there late in the second half. I never really felt like that game was in danger. And I like some of the stuff that I saw on both ends. It wasn't a complete game, but surprisingly, I know a lot of people were kind of upset when they saw Kendrick Davis and Alex Lomax starting in the backcourt, but I thought they did a fantastic job. Double-double for Lomax, 10 points, 10 rebounds. Now against St.
10
Louis,
rebounds, man. He just had a nose for the ball
a guy
that
5'11".
night.
Yeah, I mean, that's just want to. I mean, that's not anything else other than that. You got a 5'11" guy getting you 10 rebounds, man. That's just going out there, playing hard and giving everything you got. But you talk about the St. Louis team, that's definitely going to be a challenge. I think the team that I think is the NCAA tournament team picked second in the A10. They have a backcourt that is really going to be tough because they bring some size, and you have that smaller backcourt in Memphis. I mean, I think that's going to be what you're concerned about. But going on the road, I mean, it's an opportunity to get a quality road win. That's the thing about this year's schedule. I don't know if I ever remember a Memphis Tigers basketball schedule as loaded as this one is. I mean, they have opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to get resume wins, and this is one coming up on Tuesday night. And it's an opportunity to go up there and get a win. St. Louis is always a tough place to play, always a tough team, so it's not going to be easy. But it's just lean on these veteran guys, and like I said, I like what I saw because we've seen over the last during Penny's tenure that these teams are really struggled early in the season. And I talked all summer about having Kendrick Davis, some of these veterans. I thought that was going to kind of change it, and I think through one game it looks like that. DeAndre Williams, we talked about how different
Dre
it
was
was.
awesome. He just needs to stay healthy this year, and this could be a good year.
Yeah, he talked about how different it was, that people weren't arguing with each other. There was no dissension in the team, and he kind of opened a window on kind of what some of the stuff that was going on here on these past teams. He said it was just different. Guys just going out there, playing basketball, taking care of business, and I think that's what this team is going to be about. It's not, you don't have these exciting 5 stars or anything like that, but I think this team is going to be really good. I think they're just going to go out there and win basketball games. It might not be exciting. It's like with these 5 stars, you don't have a Jalen Duren or Money Bates or anything like that out there. But I think this team is going to be good, and I would be disappointed if they weren't at least as good as last year. I think this NCAA tournament team, and I think having those veterans, I think the sky's the limit for them.
Man, just start off faster than you did last year and finish stronger, and I'll be happier than Cooter Brown. Isaac, do me a favor. Everybody make sure you follow him on Twitter at Isaac_NBA. That's at Isaac_NBA. Plug away, my friend.
Yeah, first off, man, free Demario Franklin, man. They got to get him out there, man. I'm hoping the NCAA, and I hope they do this quickly because you're messing with a young man's life. I mean, that's crazy. So I'm hoping the NCAA clears that up quickly. Memphis has put in a mental health waiver for that kind of bypassing UIC and his former coach that wouldn't release him.
Do you believe that's going to be effective? Do you think that's going to actually go through, the mental health waiver?
I think so. I think he'll get it in the NCAA. You just never know how long it's going to take with these things. They're on their own time schedule. It could be middle of the season before they make a decision. You just never know. But for this one, I think they should make this decision pretty quick. Because, again, man, this is his last year, and you're holding them back from playing basketball, man. So NCAA, do the right thing, man. Free Demario Franklin. But, yeah, man, you can check us out at Ethos Grizzlies, Ethos Grizzlies podcast, man. We'll be back tomorrow night with a post-game after hopefully a win over Minnesota Timberwolves. You can also catch me at TigerSportsReport.com. Got some great stuff over there, man. So, man, check all that out. And you can check me out on Twitter at Isaac_NBA.
Isaac, be blessed. We'll do it again next Thursday, my friend.
Will do, man. Talk to you next Thursday.
That's Isaac Simpson. We're out here at Town Village Audubon Park at the corner of Park and Cherry. Come see me. Come get some Q. Get a chance to win some golf passes with a cart. We got tickets to Malco, the movie theater. You know what I'm saying? They got the nice seats. They got the big popcorn. And Neil's, where the fat man rocks. You can get your drink on, get your eat on, and have a lot of fun. Come see me at Town Village Audubon Park. Back in 2 Shake Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
We are real sports talk. Sports 56 WHBQ. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM and 98.5 FM, as well as around the world online at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, just say, Alexa, play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned in to real sports talk. Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
You've heard of James Gaddis Jewelers, but have you heard what they've done lately? Everything. A tremendous selection of diamonds and jewels, gold, silver, and much more. Lots of watches, tons of custom-made jewelry, fine gemstones, bracelets, necklaces, so many choices. Romantics will love the one-of-a-kind estate and vintage jewelry. James Gaddis has experts to help you with wedding and engagement rings, plus 2 repair experts for fine watches and jewelry. Layaway and financing available. James Gaddis Jewelers at 4900 Poplar.
Looking for a bar with it all? Pimeno's Burgers Bar and Grill. Pimeno's makes football your fantasy with 17 TVs and $2 draft beers during the game, Monday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. And you know I love a great happy hour. At Pimeno's, $4 house cocktails, Monday through Friday, 3 to 7. Yes, $4 house cocktails. Try one of their signature drinks like the JJ Spicy Margarita or the Tennessee Sunset. How about a Memphis Mudslide? Or be a kid again with the Adventure River Rum Punch. Hungry? Try a fan favorite, Bacon Pimento Cheeseburger. Or be like me and try them all. the mushroom extravaganza, sweet heat, and the dirty, mean, and nasty. Need I say more? Well, yes, because there's so much more than just pimento cheese. Sliders, salads, quesadillas, 10 different appetizers. Just don't forget about dessert. 2 great locations, 6450 Poplar Avenue in East Memphis, and in Collierville, 3751 South Houston Levee Road. A bar with it all, Pimento's Burgers Bar and Grill. So much more than pimento cheese.
Football season is underway, so now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back. If your first bet doesn't win, just sign up with the promo code WIN. FanDuel has all your favorite bets from the money line to point spreads to player props. So sign up today with promo code WIN for your no-sweat first bet. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
Must be present in state where lawful to wager. 21 plus in select states. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. Arizona 1-800-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. Connecticut 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Indiana, Kansas 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com. Louisiana 1-877-770-STOP. New York 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789. Wyoming, West Virginia 1-800-522-4700 or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net.
If you need glass replaced, there's only one name you need to know: Binswanger Glass, the largest full-service glass company in the U.S. They've been an industry leader for over 145 years. For all your residential, commercial, or auto glass needs, Binswanger Glass is the name you need to know. 24-hour emergency service for all commercial customers, plus a nationwide warranty on all professionally installed glass. Visit Binswanger Glass in Midtown at 340 South Hollywood, across from the Liberty Bowl. Visit binswingerglass.com. Binswanger Glass.
Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. I'm here at Town Village Audubon Park interviewing a new resident, Carolyn. Share with us why you chose Town Village.
Well, if your parents or special friends need to make that big move, let me share with you my experience. It was tough for me to leave home, but then I discovered Town Village. I would like to highly recommend Town Village to you and your loved ones. After looking at all the amenities and meeting all the people and staff, I was hooked. From restaurant, bistro, 3 meals per day, housekeeping, transportation, security, health care, physical therapy, exercise room, and even a heated pool and spa. Come see us and make your new home at Town Village.
Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home, Town Village.
The only power source capable of generating 1.21 gigawatts of electricity is a bolt of lightning.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am John Harden, a.k.a. Johnny Radio. I'm out here at Town Village Audubon Park chilling with my peeps. Corner of Park and Cherry. Got all kinds of good queue. Giving away tickets to North Alabama and the U of M. Golf passes with a cart. Malco tickets. And Neil's gift cards to where the fat man rocks. Come out and see me if you want to. It'll be a lot of fun. But I got to tell you, Jay, I won some money last night, didn't you? You know that, right? I needed to win some money because I got smoked on Tuesday and Monday. Monday and Tuesday were not good to your buddy John.
No, tough
So
days.
I needed yesterday to get back in the saddle so I can get back in the saddle again. But I'll tell you right now, it's the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, because right now new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back if your first bet doesn't win. Just sign up with the promo code HAPPY. You know why I love FanDuel? Because like yesterday they had an odds boost. It was minus 250 if you parlayed Jokic with Ja Morant, both to score 20 points. It was going to be minus 250 because that was the lowest point total you could really bet on. They took it to where it was even money. So you bet up to $200. You bet $200, you win $200. I took that bad boy. That's one of my favorite things about FanDuel is those odds boost. Plus, they have live betting. Told you I went with the Grizzlies. Third quarter, they were down like by 6 or 7. I got Grizzlies even money as well. live betting on FanDuel. Plus, they have money line, point spread, player props, futures, anytime touchdowns. They have it all, and the cool thing is you get your winnings paid fast. All on an app that's safe, secure, and super easy to use. So sign up today with the promo code HAPPY for your no-sweat first bet. That's promo code HAPPY. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel. Official sportsbook partner of the NFL. Must be 21 and present in Tennessee. First online real money wager only. Refund issued is non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call the Tennessee Red Line. 800-889-9789. Jay?
John?
We're talking with Evie Van Pelt on the other side. You know there's a big game this weekend.
Ole Miss and Alabama.
Big game, man. Did you see the line?
No, what is it?
Right now, I think Alabama's a 12-point favorite. Last time I looked at it. Let me pull up my FanDuel, and I can tell you really, really fast. But I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Pretty sure is not one. Yep, Alabama minus 12. How did I know this?
Wow, how about that?
I'm just good. Tiger, Tulsa. We also have the Falcons on the road playing the Panthers. We got a lot to bet on. We got a lot to talk about with Evie Van Pelt on the other side. This is Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
I'm John Conway with Conway Services. Are you tired of running out of hot water? Now is the perfect time to replace that old energy guzzling tanked water heater with a new energy efficient tankless system. Never run out of hot water again and save money on your energy bill every month. I'll even give you $250 for that old tanked water heater.
License number 64210, 64365, EAS MS 19668.
Call 384-3511. Conway Services. Call Conway today.
Memphis Tiger basketball is back at FedEx Forum. Coach Buddy Hardaway's team looks to return to the NCAA tournament for a second straight season, with preseason All-American Kendrick Davis, DeAndre Williams, and Alex Lomax leading the way. Season tickets start at just $99 of the dynamic season pass, where you can experience a different seating location for each game. Don't miss a minute of the action this season. See you at FedEx Forum, and go Tigers go.
Hi, this is Greg Gaston for QC Kinetics. Remember the guy for the hair club of men who would say, I'm not just the president, but I'm a client. Well, I'm not just a spokesman, but I'm a client of QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in exciting new pain treatments with advanced regenerative medicine. It's a remedy for all the joint pain you're dealing with in the hips, shoulder, elbows, wherever it may be, pain from injury or arthritis. QC Kinetics uses regenerative treatments that can restore and repair damaged tissue and do so without surgery, drugs, or downtime. And in my business, I can't afford downtime. QC Kinetics is also an alternative way for those dealing with pain caused by injury like a torn meniscus or rotator cuff injury, which is what I'm dealing with. So don't keep living with that pain. Do what I'm doing, getting relief from QC Kinetics. Call for a free consultation today. 901-445-1010. That's 901-445-1010. 901-445-1010.
Hi, folks. Bob Burkheim for Sunrise Buick GMC Truck. Thinking about buying a new or used car or truck? Remember, the selection's better and the savings are bigger at Sunrise. Over 600 new cars and trucks to choose from. Factory rebates up to $2,000 and interest rates low as 0%. Bad credit? It's okay. At Sunrise, we've got a financing plan for everybody. SunriseMemphis.com. We're saving you money. It's just a way of doing business. Covington, Pike, Wolf Chase, and Collierville. We make it fun to buy a car again. Check out the all-new Sunrise Truck Corral. Huge selection of nothing but trucks. All makes, all models, all prices, all trucks, all the time. Next to Sunrise Wolf Chase.
Locally owned and operated since 1885, Barton's has always been your hometown building supply store. And now Barton's is your go-to for replacement car remotes and key fobs. Introducing DuraKey. DuraKey replacements and renewal kits can be programmed in-store while you wait. Plus, save up to 60% compared to dealer prices. Visit your West Memphis Barton's at 215 West Broadway today for help with your car remote replacement and all of your home repair and remodel needs.
Scott Graham here from Westwood One. Coming up on Thursday Night Football, the Carolina Panthers host the Atlanta Falcons. Both are looking for a bounce-back win to improve position in the still wide-open NFC South. Ian Eagle and Hall of Famer Tony Baselli will have the call on air and on the free live stream sponsored by AutoZone. Don't miss any of the action on Thursday Night Football.
Right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
O'Reilly.
Don't
Don't miss See Better, Drive Safer month at O'Reilly Auto Parts with great deals on wiper blades, headlight bulbs, and more. Right now, get up to a $20 gift card after mail-in rebate with the purchase of select Sylvania bulbs. Plus, get double O Rewards points with your purchase. Prepare for the weather ahead during See Better, Drive Safer month at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Anywhere fans go to cheer on their team, there are behind-the-scenes MVPs ensuring everything is game day ready. We see you, Joe, fixing seats so every fan can enjoy every game. And Allie, who keeps her stadium running smoothly from the moment the first game starts to the last play of the season. At Grainger, you're our MVPs, and we're always here for you with supplies and solutions for every industry and 24/7 customer support. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
Oh, yeah. Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan's back at the Hizzy. I'm out here at Town Village Audubon Park at the corner of Park and Cherry, hanging out with these wonderful people. They're all fired up tonight about the Memphis-Tulsa game. Last trip to Tulsa. Memphis got to get this dub. They are a 7-point favorite, but it is time to talk some Ole Miss football. My goodness, Ole Miss has a pretty big game. I don't know if you know this. They're the 2:30 game on CBS because Alabama's coming to town. Now, Alabama's got 2 losses this year. They lost on the 15th on the road at Tennessee, 52-49. They lost on the road in Baton Rouge, 32-31 in overtime. A little 2-point conversion action for LSU. Ole Miss has lost 1 game, and, of course, that was also down at Death Valley. They lost that 45-20, but it is a big, big game, man. Alabama, Ole Miss. Alabama's 9th in the country. Ole Miss is 11th. I am excited. The one thing that's confusing to me is how in the heck is it a 12-point line? I think I'm going to load up on them Rebels this weekend. But it is time to talk with my friend Evie Van Pelt. How are you doing, Evie?
I'm doing great. I'm so excited. I can hardly stand it.
I know it's been 2 weeks since the Rebels have taken to the field. I was actually reading some of your articles over there on the Rebel Walk about the mindset that Lane Kiffin's taking into this football game. Talk about kind of taking a pro mindset, almost seemed to also dismiss Alabama for Alabama. Can you kind of, expound on what it is that he means by that?
Yes, I thought it was really interesting. At his press conference on Monday, somebody asked him about, how is the team responding during the bye week, with the challenge of Bama coming in. And he said, I know it's going to sound crazy, but we don't sit around and talk about Bama all week the way everybody else does. He said he loves to use the term pro mindset. And he said, we just focus on getting better each week. And he said, I didn't notice anything different. He said, I'm glad I didn't, because that's how we're training them. He said, we don't want to be a program that gets super up because Bama's coming in, but then is down a little bit when it's not a Bama that you're playing. And so, in fact, he even said, that's what I get mad at our fans for doing. So we're not supposed to do that. We're having the pro mindset for every game. So I think that approach, yes, they know they're playing Bama, but you know what? I really believe from all the players we've talked to this week and all, they really are approaching it. Let's get better and go 1-0 this week.
1-0 this week, that's extremely important. Now, you look at, this Bama team, you see Bryce Young, of course, Will Anderson's over there. But this team just seems to not do Alabama quite things. They didn't do it in Tennessee and, close the game out. They couldn't do it in Baton Rouge. They go down to Oxford. They're going to have to stop a running attack that has absolutely been amazing, one of the best in the country. Do you think they come in there and stack the box and dare Jackson Dart to throw the ball down the field?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all because, I mean, really and truly, I don't know what else they could try to stop Quinshon Judkins and Zach Evans. And from all accounts, everything I've heard, that was another thing Kiffin said this week, is how good it was to see so many guys out there, running around and stuff in practice that he hadn't seen since literally fall camp because so many people had been injured. So I think that when you just take a look at Judkins, averaging 115 yards a game, Evans 85, they're both up in the upper echelon, top 4 or 5, Quinshon top 1, 2 in the league. I just think they're going to have to do that. So I think it's great we've got a healthy Jonathan Mingo, because as you said, I think that, they're going to dare Dart to throw the ball, and I think he's going to take them up on that. And, Mingo didn't play last year in this game. He was hurt. So I think he's super pumped to be able to get back and play in this one.
I bet he is super pumped. The one thing I'm pumped up to see is how this defense attacks Bryce Young in Alabama. You think that, the defense for Ole Miss is going to be, with all the defensive backs and linebackers out there on the field, I feel like they're going to be able to stop the pass pretty well. I think they're going to be able, Bryce Young, a very accurate quarterback. Alabama's got great wide receivers, et cetera, et cetera. But if you want to, attack Ole Miss, it seems like running the football would probably be the best way to go about it. Do you think that you're going to see a lot of running from Nick Saban in Alabama this week and trying to keep Lane Kiffin's offense off the field?
Yeah, I think that if I were them, I think that that's what I would do. If I were Nick Saban, something that I don't say very often. That sounds funny, but definitely I think so. And I mean, with Ole Miss brings the number 1 rushing offense into the game in the league, 267 yards a game, and Alabama is at 202 per game rushing. So they're I think number 4 in the league in rushing yards per game. So I think, that would probably be a good plan. And I tell you what, probably, like you and like all of us who watched Alabama and LSU play, I don't know what Bryce Young's health status is. Some folks have said he didn't seem quite as healthy, but he is still Bryce Young. And as Kiffin said, I mean, anytime he's back there at quarterback, they've definitely, got a chance to win. So it's going to be really fun to watch.
It's going to be really fun. I'm excited for Saturday. Again, that's a 2:30 kick. It's a CBS game. Number 9 versus number 11. Hottie Toddy is at home in this bad boy. I'm talking with Evie Van Pelt. Talk to her every Thursday at noon. Follow her on Twitter at Ole Miss Evie. She's the founder and publisher of The Rebel Walk. Follow The Rebel Walk on Twitter at The Rebel Walk. Go to therebelwalk.com. Get all of their goods. They are the number 1 source for Ole Miss Rebel sports information. Now, I got to know. I know you got a lot of name, image, and likeness deals going down. Tell me, who have you been talking to during the the bye? Had a lot of time. How healthy is everybody, and what's some of the mindset of the players that you've talked with this week?
Well, they're all. It's funny. They're excited, but it's a restrained excitement. I mean, I think they're excited for just another weekend of SEC football, and the ones that I've talked to are healthy. AJ Finley's back fully healthy. I think really and truly, probably Michael Trigg is probably at the tight end is going to be the only one that we will probably miss in this game. He's been out with a broken collarbone. I know some of the other outlets have reported that he might potentially be able to play a little bit against Alabama. I don't know about that. I think he was going through some walkthroughs this week, so I think he's getting closer. I don't know that he'll be ready for Alabama, but boy, if that were the case, even in limited action, that would be something else because he's so talented. I think we'll have defensive end Cedric Johnson, who'd been nursing an ankle injury. I think he's much better, and definitely anything that can help the pass rush. That's excellent out there against a talented Bryce Young. So I think we're in the best shape. I think Kiffin is right. I think obviously we are probably going to see the most rested and ready Rebels we've seen since the first game of the season.
Man, I will tell you one thing. I just can't wait for it now. I'm curious, though. Weather, is it going to play any factor? It's going to be a little chilly. I haven't really looked at the radar or anything if there's going to rain. I just know it's going to be cold.
Right, I did see that. I was trying to figure out what to wear. Trying to figure out ahead of time what to wear. So
Exactly.
being a girl there, I guess. But from what I've seen, I think Saturday a low of 31 and a high of 49, and that's but sunny, no rain that I see. So that I think the players, I mean, that is some football weather there. I think the players are really going to enjoy that a lot.
How big of a game does like Pegues and Hill and Robinson, that defensive front, them getting some pressure up the middle? I know they like to blitz the corners. They bring the linebackers. They fire from all different directions. It's a very fascinating defense to watch. But how important it is for those guys, the big uglies, to mess up the offensive line, which for Alabama, this is probably one of the worst offensive lines that I've seen under Nick Saban since he's been there, since maybe the first 2 years.
Absolutely. And, of course, I guess that's relative. And their worst is something still a lot of people would covet, I would imagine. But you're absolutely right. I think that's going to be critical for Pegues and Johnson. Tavius Robinson, man, I'm just a big Tavius fan. I love that big, long guy on the outside there. He's quick. And I think that he's going to bring some pressure. I think that's going to be really important. And I think if Bryce isn't 100%, which I don't know that anybody is 100% in this league, in this division,
in November.
At this point, yes, in November. So the fact that we got a bye and they're coming off arguably, an incredibly tough loss there in Baton Rouge, which, Kiffin, it's like Kiffin said, that could have gone one play away from going another way. Same thing with the Tennessee game. So, I don't think anybody out there in Rebel Nation or on the team or the staff thinks of this as, oh, that's a 2-loss Bama team. So no big deal, So I think the last time, I think Saban has not lost 2 consecutive regular season games since his inaugural season at Alabama in 2007. I think they lost 2 games in 2013, but that was an Iron Bowl and then a bowl game. So they have not lost 2 regular season games since he's been there. So,
oh my gosh, if Ole Miss can give them back-to-back losses and 3 of the last 4, I'm telling you, I know that I'm not the only person. I'd be running around the street naked, having fun. I'm just so excited.
Listen, I love Party in the Grove. That's right.
Party in the Grove. Party in the Grove, but keep your clothes on because it is going to be cold.
yeah, that might dissuade us.
Yeah, that might dissuade us from I guess it was, when was it, Tony V for Tennessee when game day was there. He said if the Vols ran, he said he was going to go streaking through the campus. I don't think we got that on video, though. Amen on that one.
Oh, yeah, amen. We don't want that.
How big, though, is this game for Lane Kiffin? I haven't talked to you about this at all, actually. I've been kind of thinking about this. Going against Nick Saban in his house, I know he would love an opportunity to knock off his former boss. I know he appreciates everything that Nick's done for him. He's got mad respect for him. But how satisfying would that be for Lane?
Oh, I think it would just be incredibly satisfying. And I think, one, obviously he wants to beat Saban, I'm sure, because he reveres Saban. I have absolutely no doubt from all the comments that he makes and such that he has so much respect for him. And, he made a comment in yesterday's SEC coaches teleconference that Nick Saban saved my career. And I just thought that was
Did he really?
Yeah, he said that. He was just talking about, where he's been and who he's coached with, and then what, somebody asked him, what Saban and working there meant to him, and he, basically said that. And if I don't know that it literally saved it, because I think there were a lot of other places probably Kiffin, could have found a coach, but basically to get back, to have Nick Saban bring him into the SEC, to the SEC's best team, and make him his offensive coordinator, I just think, you can't beat that. I mean, that's some support. So I think Lane will forever be grateful to Saban for that.
I think you are 100% correct. Now, got to switch gears a little bit up on you. Basketball season's here. Now it's time for you to work double duty, Evie. I know you love that. But it's kind of crazy. I was looking at your friend Leanne's, her Twitter page. Y'all got a top 15 recruiting class in college basketball?
Yes. Think about that. Kermit is over there quietly killing it. So, that's been that. Yeah, I mean, think about that. That is remarkable. And that's, coming off a team that was not in the NCAA tournament last year or anything that, sometimes you get some momentum for that. But, yeah, Ole Miss is sitting there right now, I think, in the ESPN top 25 rankings. They're at number 13. So that is just really, really exciting. So they opened their first game. They beat Alcorn State earlier this week, and then they'll play FAU on Friday night. And I've got some great basketball writers who are really going to keep fans posted on what both the men and the women are doing this season.
Oh, yeah. I can't believe it, man. We got basketball, we got football, we got a little bit of it all. Evie, I got to have a prediction from you. I'm kind of curious. What do you think's going to happen? What's the final score going to be? You don't have to get it on the exact. Just kind of give me a feel what you think the game's going to be like.
Well, I tell you, I think they're going to have a heavy dose of Judkins and Evans and maybe Ulysses Bentley. I think that maybe the Rebs might end up with a few more passing yards than people would expect. But call me crazy, but I'm thinking it's going to be about a 41-38 Ole Miss.
Oh, I love it, hotty toddy. That means take the over, people, but also the big bet. I think giving Ole Miss at home 12 points. I think that is lunacy.
Oh, all day long I'm taking that, and on Sunday, all day.
All day long and twice on Sunday, baby. We got to get rich. Evie, I thank you so much for your time. I'll see you this weekend. Have a blessed one, and we'll do it again next Thursday.
Okay, hotty toddy.
Hotty toddy. That is Evie Van Pelt. Again, the Rebel Walk. Follow him at the Rebel Walk on the Twitter. Follow Ole Miss Evie at Ole Miss Evie. Make sure you tune in every Thursday to listen to get your hotty toddy Rebel Talk right here. And again, my buddy Austin Eldridge, who used to work here at Sports 56, he works for the Rebel Walk as well. He does the preview. He did the preview for the Alabama Ole Miss game. It's great. Go to the Rebel Walk. Check out Austin. It's got like 800 views already. They have the recruiting. Leanne Herring, who, by the way, also Leanne Herring, do you know that she was Miss Kentucky, 2011. Jay, did you know that? You want me to set you up?
How about that?
You think you can handle a former Miss Kentucky?
I don't know, John. I don't know what I can handle.
I doubt you can. I don't think you can. In fact, I'm just going to say, you know what? No, I don't think I should do that to you.
Fair
Not
enough.
Your first date. Jay, I did want to remind everybody, though, I'm out here at Town Village Audubon Park. Town Village offers so much to the seniors. If you're looking for senior housing, you've found it. At the corner of Park and Cherry, you come over here. They have an exceptional senior living lifestyle. It's filled with friendships, engaging opportunities. They have a pool, a dog park, 5 landscaped courtyards, 24-hour security. They have all-day dining, man, all day long, all day strong. Go in there, get your food on whenever you want. They have activities. It's a beautiful place. Come out here and check out Town Village Audubon Park. And don't forget, tomorrow is Veterans. Happy Veterans Day to all the vets out there. There's a lot of vets up here with me. My man's got his Army hat on. My man's got his Navy hat on. The Marine Corps, happy birthday. 247 years. Hoorah! They're all giving me the love right now. But tomorrow, 11 to 1, over here at 950 Cherry Road, they're going to have a Happy Veterans Day. They're going to grill out some food. They're going to have drinks. They're going to be on their patio. Give them a call, 901-374-7342, or go to townvillageaudubonpark.com and check that out. Now, Jay.
John.
We don't have much time because I got a special guest coming on at 12:30 who's here, but I did have to announce it. Did you know Karen McDougal? Did I say this, that Karen McDougal passed?
You did. It's sad.
I know. It's so sad. She joined us. She was the oldest living cheerleader in the Mid-South, so that is some sad news. But I got some friends. Don Hill's going to join me, and we're going to talk about a young lady who had a song written about her. It's pretty dope, and we're going to play it here on the other side. But I also have to remind you, I love to gamble. Start NFL Week 10 off with a no-sweat same-game parlay from FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. It doesn't matter if you're new to FanDuel or already have an account. You'll get free bets back if your Thursday night same-game parlay does not hit. NFL same-game parlays, They're a perfect way to combine your bets for a chance at a bigger payday. Like, let's go under P.J. Walker in passing yards. Let's go over Marcus Mariota in rushing yards. Let's go under the total and money line. Take the Falcons. They're going to get the dub. Or you don't have to listen to me. You can build your own. Or you can choose from one of the popular same-game parlays that are pre-built for you in the FanDuel top-rated sportsbook app. However you want to play, you can bet the NFL Thursday night with a no-sweat same-game parlay. Just sign up with the promo code HAPPY if you don't have an account. If you have an account, you're all set. Just sign in, see what you got. Make every moment more with FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Must be 21 and present in Tennessee. 3-leg minimum, $1 bet required. Refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets. They expire 7 days after you receive them. Max free bet $5. Restrictions apply. See the terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, call the Tennessee Red Line, 1-800-889-9789. Back in two shakes. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Want to sleep better, manage pain, ease anxiety, or just feel better? Have you tried hemp? Hemp 2.0 is a locally owned and operated full-service retail CBD and THC store in Collierville. Hemp 2.0 carries only the best and latest lines of all hemp-derived products, with over 100 different brands to choose from to meet all needs. Whether you want to combat pain and inflammation, sleepless nights, arthritis pain, or stress, Hemp 2.0 has something to improve your overall health and well-being. If you're looking for an unbeatable, uplifting, and euphoric feel, Hemp 2.0 now also carries all federally legal hemp-derived THC products. Have questions? Come by Hemp 2.0 and meet their knowledgeable staff, or visit shophemp20.com. At Hemp 2.0, they provide a quality range of the best CBD and THC products, including edibles, topicals, smokables, tinctures, vapes, and their newest addition, infused drinks. Experience the finest, all natural products at Hemp 2.0 today. 3670 South Houston Levee Road in Collierville. Hemp 2.0, your one-stop shop for health, wellness, lifestyle.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
I got to tell you, man, I was worried.
Worried about what?
Since I'm the Central Barbecue spokesperson.
We're really the spokespeople.
As a Central Barbecue spokesperson, I was letting people down because the Central Barbecue location on Central is closed for renovation. There are only 3 locations for people to get Central Barbecue.
I think people can get by with 3 locations.
No one cares what you think. Like I said, I was worried, but the people at Central Barbecue have solved the problem.
That didn't exist.
They've parked the Central Barbecue food truck at the Central Barbecue Central Avenue location. Everything is right with the world.
Everything was already fine.
I'll be the one that makes that decision.
Did you hear about Taco Bell's apology? Yeah, they apologized for going too far with their breakfast. Like the naked egg taco and chicken biscuit nachos? It was too much. All you need in the morning is tasty, simple food. Like the breakfast crunch wrap. Fluffy eggs, melty cheese, sausage, crispy hash browns, wrapped in a warm tortilla. Or, as some call it, a breakfast crunch thing. Grab one today, only at Taco Bell. At participating U.S. Taco Bell stores during breakfast hours only until 11 a.m. while supplies last. Contact local store for hours and participation, which vary.
Hey, everybody. At All Star Chevrolet, it is not often they get the chance to tell each and every customer how thankful they are for them. So this month, instead of telling you about all the vehicles, all the deals, they asked me to say thank you. Thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts. Whether you have bought from All Star or not, they want everyone to feel at home here at All Star Chevrolet in Olive Branch. If you want something new to drive, maybe a Silverado or Tahoe, or just need to sell your car, call or go by to see Kevin or Jeff. If you need service before heading out for the holiday trips, call and ask for Chance or Jeff in service, or just go to allstarautogroup.com. Remember, it's not the Pike, not South Haven, not Bartlett, not Mount Moriah, or Collierville. It's got to be Olive Branch, people. So find new fun for the holidays and find new roads to All-Star Chevy in Olive Branch, or go to allstarautogroup.com. And happy Thanksgiving from everyone at All-Star Chevrolet.
Now back to Sports 56 mornings on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis.
Power is everything.
Here once again, Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy.
Yo, yo, yo. Did I just hear Greg and Eli?
Yeah, this is Happy Hour with Johnny Radio.
Ooh, is this my song?
This is your song, John.
This is actually Betty Bukowski's song. Play it, baby, play it.
20 years old, down in Memphis, Tennessee, with a gypsy in my soul. I heard that the Air Force was looking for girls to help out with the soldiers, travel all around the world. I sailed from San Francisco to the Philippine Islands, and for the next 6 years I was paid for smiling. They called us Canteen Angels. We were there to brighten up their lives. We ran the service club and kept the coffee hot, danced and sang and laughed a lot. We shared their tears when the news from home was painful. That's why they called us Canteen Angel.
I'm sitting here with a Canteen Angel, Miss Betty Bukowski. She's the one who lived this life. She was honored about middle of October. There's a group of veterans called Forever Young. They honored her. They presented her with this song, Freedom Sing USA. You can find that bad boy on the YouTube. It's called Canteen Angels. Veterans Day is tomorrow. There's so many vets up here, and there's so many wonderful people who've lived amazing lives out here at Town Village. And I'm just blessed to be with Betty and my friend Don Hild. Don, how are you doing today? Betty, you look absolutely beautiful.
We had a great day today at our veterans meeting. Had a good crowd, and Betty was honored with a film from her services as a Canteen Angels and connected with the Air Force. And she served in the Philippines,
whoa,
Korea, Germany, France, and England.
She saw the world, didn't she?
She sure did.
And she
as a young lady.
brought a lot of people, a lot of smiles that definitely needed them.
She sure did. And living over here at Town Village, we met and come to find out that her brother and I went to school together. We went to Fairview and also Tech High School. And then he went on to play at Ole Miss.
Play a little football?
Played football at Ole Miss. And his name was Bob Drury. So it was a great time in our life.
That sounds like a blessed time. And by the way, I love Ole Miss as well. Bob, your brother, played at Ole Miss. My daughter, Savannah, she's a cheerleader at Ole Miss, Betty. So I'm an Ole Miss fan as well. Also still love my Tigers because I went to Memphis myself. But love Ole Miss, love everything. That song was absolutely beautiful. Whoever sang it sounds like an angel. But, Betty, you live the angel life, and I really appreciate everything. And happy Veterans Day to you and everybody out there who's been serving. But, Don, I got to know a couple things, man. Tell me how great it is to live out here at Town Village, Alderman Park.
Oh, we have a real good time. All the staff here is so good to us, and it's as I told you before. I wished I'd moved in about 5 years earlier, and
that's the best compliment you can give this place. That's the honest to God truth.
Great friends I've got over here and all like that, and our veterans that we have a great veterans club here, and we meet the second Thursday of every month at 10 o'clock here. And then next Thursday, the third Thursday, we go to the Forever Young veterans out at Germantown Baptist Church. And so we meet out there too. And it's this place, they take us from here, Sean Leary, he drives us out, and next Thursday morning, and we have a meeting out there with Don Howie, and we have a great time.
That's awesome, by the way. Can you do me a favor, Don? This is, again, Don Hild. I'm here also with Betty Mikowski. Again, Betty was a Canteen Angel. Don, tell me about your service.
Well, I joined the Air Force Reserve in 1951. The Korean War started in 1950, but in 51 they took us on active duty. I was with the 516th Troop Carrier Wing, and we went on active duty, and I was transferred to Laurinburg Maxton Air Force Base, and at the first part of my tour or duty, and where the 82nd Airborne was.
That is awesome. That is awesome. One of my better friends who, unfortunately, I had to lay to rest last week, Malvin Massey, he was in the Air Force. And I think that, he was a very proud man. He was proud with what he did with WUMR and his wife and his children and everything. I don't think there was anything more proud than the service he did for the Air Force.
Right.
So that's just a beautiful, beautiful thing. What was your favorite place that you ever went to? What is something, you got an Air Force story that you can tell me on air? Like, that's FCC regulations?
Well, I'll tell you what, one of the Betty here, that she was an angel and entertained all the troops and stuff like that. But
she still looks like an angel, doesn't she?
Oh, yes, she does. One of the main things that when I was up at Laurinburg Maxton, we had a lot of people to come in and entertain, and I met a gentleman that right now he's in bad shape, and one of the greatest singers and entertainers is Tony Bennett, and met him up there. He came in and sang and entertained the troops and stuff like that. He had been in World War II, and but he's not in good shape right now.
Well, I wish him the best, and I hope he gets either goes to where he feels no more pain or gets much better.
Right.
But I will tell you one thing, Don. You and Betty absolutely made my day. I love coming out here. This is my second time back this year. You know that, right?
Oh yes.
Oh yeah. Y'all gonna keep bringing me back? I owe you
That's
a lunch.
Good.
I owe you a lunch.
No, we're going to have lunch together.
You got it. But by the way, Betty Mikowski again. Please, people, if you want to find a beautiful song for Veterans Day, go check out Freedom Sings USA. The song is Canteen Angels, and it's about my girl Betty Mikowski's life. She lived it. She lived a beautiful life. She's done so much. It's not just the men out there who actually served on the battlefield. It's also people out there who helped keep them entertained, keep their minds fresh, so they can take care of the business that they had to take care of. Don was in the Air Force, and I just absolutely love Don. I will say, though, one more thing, Town Village Alderman Park. Do you think I can move in? Because you said you wanted to move in 5 years earlier. I'm getting gray. I see the pool. The food here is fabulous. I love Bo. I love all the peeps out here. When can I move in?
Right away.
Let's do this thing, Don.
Dan Lund has a apartment for you, and you'll be surprised of everything. When you can't drive a car anymore, they take you to your doctor's appointments and pick you back up and take you to so much entertainment here. And we have medical services here, and also they have
housekeeping too.
Oh yes,
that's something I noticed when I saw the housekeeping. I'm like, yeah. By the way, they also do so many cool things. Like tomorrow, y'all are for Veterans Day. Y'all are going to have a little cookout. You're going to grill some food, have some drinks. You're going to be out on the patio, get some fresh air. That's tomorrow from 11 to 1. It's the Town Village Alderman Park Freedom Cookout. So I just love everything that you do out here at Town Village. I appreciate y'all having me. And I will talk to y'all again very, very soon. That is Don Hild. That is Betty Mikowski, and they are absolutely wonderful people. And again, if you heard that song earlier, go find it. It's Canteen Angels from Freedom Sings USA. We got to take a quick break, but I do want to remind you, I can tell Don and Betty have been down to Frontier Western Store because they are styling and profiling. Betty looks beautiful. You know why she looks beautiful? They have a ladies' boutique at Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch. Head on down there. You can dress everybody from head to toe. They have the largest boot showroom in the world. They got your toes covered. They got dress boots, work boots, hiking boots. You name it, they have them. Like cowboy boots, man. Go boot scooting, boogie, and dance. Do some line dancing. You can dress your grandkids. They have a children's department, and they have the largest jean section you've ever seen, from Ariat to Wrangler and everything in between. That's Frontier Western Store and FrontierWesternStore.com. We're back in 2 shakes to close things out. This is Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Jenkins Floors and More in Hernando is growing, and they've only been around for 5 years. Choose from hundreds of choices of wood, tile, vinyl, and carpet. Timmy, the owner, gets calls from people everywhere and can sometimes save them up to 50% on wood, tile, vinyl, and carpets. Jenkins meets all your needs, from renovations to home building to installation. Enjoy buying excellent quality products at awesome prices. They're all about customer service at Jenkins Floors and More in Hernando. Call 662-469-9350.
At Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises, just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it, because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets, with vegan and gluten-free options available. Convenience and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com, so whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli, with locations at Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, Poplar and Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Jason's Deli. It's wholesome food and no surprises.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-306-8158 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-306-8158. That's 800-306-8158. What do you have to lose? Call 800-306-8158. Again, 800-306-8158.
Say there was a place, the perfect place for everything you need for tailgates and patios, grills and chairs, charcoal and coolers, everything to make a great game or a great day. That perfect place wouldn't be a warehouse. It's East Memphis Ace Hardware. Locally owned and operated at Quince and White Station, East Memphis Ace Hardware is where you'll find Benjamin Moore paints, local plants from local growers, and Black & Decker tools. Around the block, what you need in stock with people who know their tailgates. Welcome to East Memphis Ace Hardware, the home convenience store.
DeSoto Auto Sales specializes in late model cars with low mileage. They have the highest standards in the car industry. All of their cars are test driven, checked out from head to toe, unlimited inventory, every make and model. And if it's not on the lot, they'll find it for you. Walk in the door of DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Within 45 minutes, you can test your car, get credit approval, and finish paperwork within an hour. No shortcuts at DeSoto Auto Sales. Kind, courteous employees, a down-home environment. DeSoto Auto Sales cares about your time. Lowest prices in a 350-mile radius. We're living in a world today where time does matter. Visit them online. Check out their referrals. DeSotoAutosales.com. Very proud to serve DeSoto County and other surrounding areas. DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Call 662-890-7184. 662-890-7184. Come on down to DeSoto Auto Sales.
But you gotta be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan's back at the Hizzy. I'm out here at Town Village Audubon Park with a bunch of great friends. I'm sitting out here with Betty Mikowski, also Don Hild. During the break, I found out a lot of unbelievable things about both of these people's lives. Betty, her brother, he played football at Ole Miss. Well, my man Don, his daughter was the first Miss America from the University of Ole Miss. Did you hear what I said? Mrs. America. Ms. America. That's right, Mrs. America, from Ole Miss.
The University of Ole Miss.
Yes. And guess what?
I think it's the University of Mississippi.
It's the University of Mississippi, son. I just said Ole Miss.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't be messing with me. And by the way, guess what? Her husband was Richard Russell. They called him Stump. He was a linebacker for the Rebels as well. So there's a lot of Ole Miss ties, but both of them's favorite team still is the University of Memphis. Oh, and by the way, Don's got a funny story that we're going to have to talk about in the future. He had a very interesting night at the Green Beetle back in the day. Next time I'm out here, we're definitely going to have to tell that story. But Mr. Jay Morgan, got to ask you a weird question.
All right, John.
Are you ready?
Ask me a weird question.
Are you going to be ready to do a little gambling and some bets and maybe a little hardwood mixed in?
Well, John, I have lots of bets again for today. I have, it looks like 5 total for today. But I don't know if we'll have time for Hardwood because we also need to get your number 18 overall quarterback in the National Football League that we haven't done yet today.
Oh, I was going to wait till Monday.
Till Monday. We got another show tomorrow. You're not going to do another, John. The people
hold on. Today's not Friday, is it?
Today's Thursday, John.
Oh, my goodness.
I guess we're going to miss today. So all you people that have been listening for an hour and 46 minutes and 31 seconds and have been waiting for John's number 18 quarterback, I apologize to you. You know, sometimes things come up. We're with the fine folks at Town Village Audubon Park today. We got to celebrate them. We'll celebrate the number 18 quarterback in the National Football League tomorrow.
All right, now, are you going to celebrate making money with me and give me some more wins? I got a fat token from FanDuel where I get to kind of have a risk-free bet. I like that a lot. I don't want to lose. I want to win. I don't want to get the free play. I appreciate the free play, but it's a no sweat. You know, it's a no sweat bet like FanDuel always does. Who am I putting this money on today? Is it basketball? Is it football? Is it the Tigers? Is it maybe the NFL? What you got for me? Your number one pick first and foremost because I got my app open.
My number one pick. Well, I only have one NBA pick for tonight, and I have 4 college, so I'll just make the NBA bet my number one bet of the night. I love the Heat minus 10 tonight. I think even if you want to buy that maybe down half a point to 9.5, I like a single-digit number a little bit better. But I love the Heat minus 10 tonight. They play the Hornets. The Hornets stink, John. And the Heat have been on the struggle bus a little bit. They'll get this one to bounce back. Heat win by double digits easy tonight.
Man, the Heat win easy. They haven't been very good this year, though.
They've only won 4 games, John.
So is it something that you just see in the matchup, or do you just think they're going to finally wake up and play?
They played good teams, and they've also been playing a lot better ball the last few days, or the last week.
So you don't like my kinfolk in Atlanta tonight, 76ers?
I don't believe he's playing.
Oh, man.
Which actually, honestly, John, makes me like him better, to be honest, because they're way better without that Jamoke on the floor. That guy, James Harden, plays. Tyrese Maxey's been turning it on ever since he's been gone because they're finally giving the kids basketball, John, as they should have been the whole time.
Man, the Heat are playing the Hornets, so we're going to rock and fire with them. By the way, have you seen, speaking of the Charlotte Hornets, any chance you got to see their new jerseys?
Yeah, I couldn't find them.
CLT?
Yeah, I couldn't find that.
Oh,
do you get it?
I do get it.
Yeah,
now.
there you go.
Yes, you could not find that.
John, could you find it?
I've always been able.
Oh,
to
you've
find
always
it. I'm more
known.
talented.
You've always.
I've
known.
always known.
I couldn't find it.
I was born with that knowledge.
I still can't find it.
The jersey for the Charlotte Hornets, it says CLT on the front of their chest and very large.
That's right.
It looks like gold. Is it gold? I'm colorblind. Or
Yeah,
yellow?
it looks a little goldish yellow.
It looks a little goldish to me.
That's the right color,
and then,
John.
Of course, it has a number 1 on it, and CLT number 1. You know who that is?
Lonzo or LaMelo.
Yeah, he's actually number 2, but he's the one who is wearing the jersey to show them off. My goodness.
Yeah, that's
cool.
John.
Did whoever made those? Did they just not understand what they were doing?
What is Charlotte? I guess CLT Charlotte. No vowels.
Charlotte is now 3 syllables. CLT.
But they left out the H and the R, so it's not like they did all the consonants and just took out the vowels. That's a weird jersey, John. Does anyone call it the CLT?
Nope.
I think we will now.
Do not.
Hey, John, you know where the Carolina Panthers play tonight?
In Carolina.
In the CLT. How about that? I mean, a big game in the CLT tonight.
It's a big, big game, man. Speaking of big games, tonight, Tulsa. Are you touching that with a 10-foot pole? The University of Memphis is a 7-point favorite over Tulsa, the Golden Hurricane.
So I have to say this quietly because I don't want anyone to hear me because I'm going to the game tonight, John, with my family, you see. But I really want to take Tulsa. But I think it's in bad form to bet against the home team when you're going to the game. What do you think about that?
I think that would probably be like.
Or do you just put money over everything?
You don't put money over everything.
You can't do that.
One thing I've learned out here at Town Village, you put love and relationships
That's
over money,
right.
my friend.
That's right.
That's right. You better learn something. I'm going to have to bring you out here so you can get some life lessons.
Telling you
I'm
what.
going to have to bring you out here.
I'm stuck here in this cold, musty studio. I mean, it's dusty in here. I'm sneezing.
Dusty and musty.
You're out there living life large at Town Village Audubon Park. I mean, it's just I feel slighted. It's unfair, John. It's not fair.
It is not fair, by the way.
Life isn't
also
fair,
not fair. Life is not fair, by the way. So what is up with NBA's Miles Bridges?
What do you mean? Oh, because he can't play, right? Because he's the Bridges that got in trouble.
Yes. But like he's always getting in trouble. But he's now got. He had the June altercation back then when he sadly beat up a lady, which is just absolutely insane.
And he hadn't played at all this year, right? He's suspended for the whole season. Or is that wrong?
Yeah, but do you know what? No, listen. I don't know. But do you want to know something weird?
Please.
On October 12th, Michelle Johnson allegedly brought over the couple's 2 kids in an attempt to get inside Bridges' L.A. rental home to speak with him. However, he wouldn't let her in. And now the video's coming out because he has the whole ring. He's just not looking good at anything that he does.
Oh, he got a restraining order against her.
Yeah, I know. It's probably a good thing, and it's probably a bad thing for her to go over there. But anyway, it's just the whole thing's weird, and I guess it's the reason I'm bringing it up because of the Charlotte situation. The CLT. The CLT. Now, give me a little you got 4 other college basketball bets. You did very well yesterday.
I did.
Can you keep it up?
Bellarmine, however you say that school's name.
Bellarmine beat Louisville.
They're dominant. John, I got a bunch today. Stephen F. Austin. I got 2 Texas schools tonight. Stephen F. Austin plays Gardner-Webb. You can get this game. Stephen F. Austin -5.5. They'll cover that easily. Texas Tech tonight against Texas Southern -19.5. That one I'm a little bit worried about, but I think they take care of business. I trust the coach and the coaching staff. I think they're going to take care of business.
Wait, you went to
Texas
Texas. Didn't you go to Texas Tech?
I did, and their head coach
sounds like
was
a
on
homer
staff
pick,
when I was
man.
there. Well, John, you don't have to take it. It's just one of my picks, one of my 4. Cal Poly.
By the way, just so you know, he likes Tubby Smith more than Penny Hardaway, and I think he's crazy. He is Jay. Send your hate mail to 3608255 and address it to Jay.
I don't think my disdain for Coach Penny Hardaway has anything to do with Tubby Smith. Nonetheless, I'll keep going. Cal Poly at San Francisco. Those are 2 separate things. You see what I mean, John? Cal Poly at San Francisco. San Francisco -15.5 in that game. I think they cover that easily. Ken Pomeroy thinks they should be favored by 20 in that game, so I'm going to ride with him. -15.5.
Whoa.
And Vermont at St. Mary's. I bought this game all the way down to -5 against, I believe the line is 6.5 or something like that. I bought it down to -5, and I'm taking St. Mary's against Vermont. So 2.
And those are your plays.
Yeah, 2 WCC teams I'm taking, San Francisco and St. Mary's.
Hey, by the way, I like it. I like Stephen F. Austin the best out of your plays. And I'm definitely going to go with the Heat and ride with you. I hope you ride with me and take the Falcons tonight. Are you riding with the Falcons? You want the Panthers?
John,
go ahead and take PJ Walker. I thought you loved Marcus Mariota.
I do love Marcus, but for some reason, I just think football's different in the CLT, and I'm very excited for this football in the CLT tonight. But I probably am going to stay away from this game. I mean, you could hold your nose and just bet on the Panthers. If I do, it'll be like 5 minutes to game time just because I need to bet like I need to breathe. But I don't think I can trust myself taking the Panthers tonight. It's just too scary of a game for me.
All right. Do you think P. Diddy? No, wait, it's not P. Diddy. Who's the one married to Beyonce?
That would be Jay-Z.
Jay-Z. I'm sorry. Do you think
Puff
Jay-Z
Daddy.
and Jeff Bezos?
You thought he was Puff Daddy.
Yeah, my bad, Puff. Do you think Jay-Z and Jeff Bezos are going to get a discounted rate? Because did you hear about the Washington, D.C., the Attorney General for the District of Columbia says his office is filing a civil consumer protection lawsuit against the Washington Commanders owner Daniel Snyder, the NFL, and Commissioner Roger Goodell. That doesn't sound good. This man needs to sell as fast as he can. He can't sell it any faster.
I don't understand. I'm not an attorney general guy. I don't understand the way the inner workings of the government. But on what grounds exactly is this? Does it say?
Okay, so Dan Snyder assured fans that he would fully cooperate with the investigation, and he could be trusted. That was a lie. He repeatedly attempted to interfere. He went out and hired private investigators.
Oh, so it has nothing. It has nothing to do with the proposed $7 billion price tag.
No, it's about the fans not being able to trust the results, and the results were never made public because Snyder vetoed the fact that they were going to be able to release the investigation.
Oh,
he vetoed so that they couldn't do it.
Great part of government.
As a consumer protection, the Attorney General is now again filing suit for consumer protection lawsuit against Dan Snyder,
the AG,
and the Washington Commanders. Well, the Tigers have a big one tonight. They're a 7-point favorite over Tulsa. We'll be watching that. The Grizzlies play on Friday against the Timberwolves. Jay Morgan, big thanks to him back at the house for taking care of me.
Good show, John.
Thank you. Big thanks to everybody out here at Town Village Audubon Park, again at the corner of Park and Cherry. If you're looking for senior living, I'm telling you, I found the place for you. They have exceptional senior living lifestyles that's filled with friendships, engaging opportunities. They take you to your doctor's appointment. They got 24-hour mobile emergency call system. They have housekeeping. They got a beautiful pool, and you can go eat anytime you want to. It's all-day dining. It's your lifestyle. Head out to Town Village Audubon Park. Big thanks to Betty Mikowski, to Don Hill, and all the people out here. For Jay, I'm John. Y'all get out there, make this world a better place. We're going to see you on the flip side. Peace.